Well, hello, everybody. Let me fix the focus here a little bit, hopefully. Welcome to the next game in the 1967 AL Pennant Race. We are now at September the 27th. As we look at the little board we have left for the remaining schedule, the only game scheduled today for contenders is Cleveland at Boston. That's the game we're going to play right now. For some reason, these two teams had off the 28th and 29th. I don't know if it was bad weather or whatever. If Boston wins, then we'll go to September the 30th, and California will be playing Detroit in a doubleheader. So I'll play that game first and see if Detroit can win, and that would finish it all off. But anyway, that's where we are right now. Boston is 3.5 games back of the Tigers. Magic number for Detroit, of course, is 1. I mean, that's about as simple as it gets. 1 win by the Tigers or 1 loss by the Red Sox, and the pennant belongs to the Tigers. Let's see here. Let me see what we can do. Hello there, Mr. Ben. Let me see what you guys are seeing. I don't know why my thing hasn't kicked in yet to where I can see it on the computer. I don't know why it's not showing. It says it's still waiting, and I don't know why. It should be there. I don't know why it's not showing up here on my screen. Very, very weird. I can't see anything. All I see is the opening here. Let me try something. Let me go out and come back in and see if that helps. We will try that. See if I can get this going here. Try it one more time. Okay. Hopefully it will show up this time on my computer screen. We can hope that it will very shortly. Hello, Chuck. How you doing? Yeah, I was watching kind of I was kind of catching part of RJL stuff while I was getting this together, kind of going in and out on that. But, all right, so let me see what we got here. Okay, so I need to move some stuff over. That's what I need to do because everything is not showing. And I'm going to cut this off because I think that gives too much of that orange mess. So I think it's going to be better this way. So hopefully, I still got more room over here, don't I? Let's keep going. Hopefully now that shows everything. Hopefully. Looks a little tilted for some reason, so let me go back this way just a hair. I like to get it set up right the first time so I don't have to keep going back and fixing it. So I think that's about as good as it's going to get right there. The audio conked out. RJL's audio, I thought he didn't have problems like that. I thought it was just on this channel, according to RJL. All the technical difficulties are supposed to be on this channel, according to what he said. But anyway, so that's where we are for the standings and whatnot. And I do have the base running outfielder arm, whatever. So when that's called on, and also just as an FYI. There's a player for Cleveland that is not carded named Gordy Lund. I believe he had 3 at-bats during the season. But this just happened to be a game that he started. So, what I have, I didn't want to waste the time to print out a card for just this one game because that's the only time I'd use them for this one game. So, what I did is I did a copy in the snipping tool and enlarged it. And so when he comes up to bat, I'll have this card on the computer that I can show you guys. But you can see he had 8 at-bats, 3 games, 8 at-bats. He had 2 hits and 8 at-bats. He's a 120 on his defense as a shortstop. So anyway, when it's called for, I will bring that out. And it probably messes up my focus when I do that. So every time I do that, I'm going to fix the focus. But it was either that. I didn't see any point in printing out a card for one game. If I was going to keep it for a replay, if it was a Boston player that I might use more, I would have done it. But this is the last game we're going to see Cleveland, so I didn't see any reason to do that. All right, call me cheap, call me whatever. Okay, so starting pitchers for today's game. For the Indians, it'll be Sonny Siebert. He was 10-12 with a 2.38 ERA and 4 saves. And the ace of the Red Sox, Jim Lonborg, 22-9, 3.16. GoFundMe page for a real camera. That's too funny. Yeah, I'm cheap. I'm using my smartphone. That's all I got. I don't spend money like RJL does, where he buys every single inside pitch. I don't know where he gets the money from. That's a lot of money every single inside pitch season. Plus, he's got a 4K camera. I guess, like he said, to use his own words against him, he has no life. So I guess that's everything. He spends everything on this. So, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. That's him. You know, what are you going to do? All right. So we'll have. Actually, I'm going to keep Fenway Park kind of to the side. I'll bring it out when it's necessary. You really don't need to see the park unless it's called for. So Jim Lonborg is going to finish up. And Vic Davalillo, yeah, it would make it better, but a better cam costs a lot of money too. And I'm cheap. So, all right. Lonborg will be facing Davalillo. And I'm not like some of these channels that have memberships and all this other crap. I just play the game, run a few ads, and that's about it. But I don't have memberships or Patreons or any of that kind of stuff. So it's kind of, I'm not here for that purpose. So, all right, Lonborg to Davalillo. Get a 6-5, and that is a strikeout chance. 15 is too high. We go to Davalillo. And 1-4 is a power result to right field. Goes to 13. That's a 9. So I believe that's a 9. Yeah, it's a 9. So 9 is a triple for Vic Davalillo. He's going to lead off the game with a triple. That's a 9. So it's hard to see because the paint's kind of chipping off this particular. I might have to get the other blue dye out, but I got 2 blue D20s. I might have to replace this one. But that is a 9 because the 6 is right here below it right there. So that, in fact, is a 9. And 9 falls in the triple category. So Davalillo triples. And that's going to take us to Chuck Hinton. And the Red Sox are going to play back. I mean, it's first inning. They don't want to give up a big inning. So, but maybe Davalillo or Lonborg thought he could pick him off, but he can't. 2-5. That's a walk chance. That's a 9 again. He walks at an 11. Stadium is -1, makes it a 10. So that will be a walk. That is a walk. So first and third now with nobody out, and Lonborg's having the same issues he had the last time he played Cleveland when the Red Sox were struggling. And so he's got to see what he can do. Infield now looking for the double play against Max Alvis. 5-2 is a blank to a righty. 6-1, star 3 is a ground ball to short, possible double play. He's a 3. 0, half it makes it a 4. The pivot at second is a dare. He's a 0. So 1-4, and they turn the double play. And they don't. It's a fielder's choice. The run will score on the fielder's choice. They do get the lead runner, and it's going to go 6-4 on the fielder's choice. But it's an RBI ground out for Max Alvis, and the Indians lead it 1-0. Alvis has an attempt of 2 on his card to get the lead. He cannot, so he will stand pat. And Tony Horton will step to the plate. Lonborg trying to minimize the damage. 3-5's a walk chance. 20 is too high. We go to Lonborg. Or go to Horton, rather. 3-5, and that is a fly to center, which is out number 2. So Horton's retired. It brings up Rich Scheinblum, right fielder. 1, so that means that Horton, or Alvis, if he chooses, could try to steal, but his stolen base probability of success is only a 5. Lonborg's a 0. Howard's a +1, be a 1-6, so they don't like those odds. They're gonna hold him up at first base. They're not gonna let him try to steal. All right, Lonborg. 5-2, and against Scheinblum, a switch hitter, left-handed hitter. That's a walk plus, so that will put him on, and there's 2 on with 2 outs. Second walk of the inning by Mr. Lonborg, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Joe Askew. First and second, 1 out, or 2 outs and 1 in. That's a 1, but he's not going to go anywhere. Lonborg. 5-2 again is another walk plus, but that's to a lefty. Askew's a righty, so we move on. 3-1, ground ball to second, and that will do it. But for the Indians, they get a run. They do it on one hit, that leadoff triple by Davalillo. No errors and 2 left on base. At the end of half an inning to play, it's Cleveland 1 and Boston coming to bat. And Sonny Siebert finishing up the warm-up tosses. I guess I could put Fenway here for now. Don't really need it unless it's called for. Hello, Marlon, in case I missed seeing you. Saying something to you. Hello. All right, so here comes Sonny Siebert to Tartable. 4-1, hit by pitch. And that's a +2, but that's a 16, so no hit by pitch. Go to Tartable. 3-1, and that's a ground ball to third. 1 down, and that brings up Jerry Adair, second baseman. 6-2, strikeout 18, too much. We go to Adair. 5-2, ground ball to short. Handled by Lund, and there's 2 away. Here's Yaz, Captain Carl. 3-4 is the ballpark card. So we got Fenway Park right here for Yaz, and there's a whole bunch of home run chances. That's a 2-5. It'll be a double instead. Double to center for Carl Yastrzemski. 2-out double. And Yastrzemski not going to get a chance to steal, but they do check for pickoffs. Nothing's happening. So here's Reggie Smith, cleanup hitter, with Yaz on second, rather. Range play. 1-4 is a range play. We go to Reggie Smith for the range check. 3-5, and that is a ground ball to third. We're checking the range of Max Alvis. He's a 3. So 1-3, the inning's over. It's a 6, though. It's going to get by him. See if it's a single or a double. It's a single. S5 to score from second on S5. You have to have a 5. And Yaz is only a 3 with 2 outs, makes him a 4. He still comes up 1 short. So it's going to be a base hit. But Yaz will stop at third base. So runners at the corners. Reggie Smith, his attempt is a 4 to get the lead. And he can't do it. So here comes Dalton Jones. He had that big 3-run homer in the last game. So that's why they bumped him up in the lineup here. Siebert, 1-5, strikeout 17, too much. Go to Dalton Jones, 2-3, and he's going to fly to right field to end the inning. The Red Sox will leave 2 on base. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. At the end of 1, it's 1-0. Favor of the Tribe. And those left on bases can come back to bite you. Don't score the runs early. It almost bit the Yankees the other night. All right, so Lonborg back out. We'll be facing Gonzalez and Lund. And when Lund comes up, I'm going to bring the computer on to show Lund's card because he only had 8 at-bats and did not get carded. But I do have him up on the screen. All right, so Lonborg to Gonzalez. 6-5, strikeout 9. Oh, that's a 19, actually. I'm sorry. I'm going to get a better blue die. That's a 19, so that's too high. I'm going to swap out blue dice. 3-6, and that's a ground ball to short, 1 away. So let me do that real quick. I have 2 blue dice, and I picked up the worst one for some reason. Don't know why, but much better blue die here. Everything shows up a whole much better there. All right, so Gonzalez grounds to short, and now we've got the at-bat of Gordy Lund. So let's first of all roll for Lonborg, see if he gets an automatic out or something. 4-3, ball 1. Could go to the ballpark card also. So that's a possibility. 6-2, it's a strikeout chance, and that's a 10. So let's look and see what Lund did. Lund, his strikeout rating is a 14. So that 10 is going to fit. So that'll be a strikeout. 2 down. So 2 away. Let's make sure the focus didn't get screwed up when I did that. All right, so 2 down, and that brings up Sonny Siebert, the pitcher. Very inconvenient we don't have one of those cards. Lonborg, 3-3, range play at the park. We're going to Fenway Park for a range check. We get a 6-4. It's a ground ball to third. We're checking the range of Dalton Jones is only a 2, so it's not very good. 1-2 to field this. And you can't get it single or a double. It's going to be a base hit single for Sonny Siebert, a 2-out single on a failed range play. Siebert can't go anywhere, but we have a possibility of a pickoff or a balk, but nothing's happening. And that brings up Davalillo. He tripled to lead off the game and scored. 2-2 is a home run question mark. And 1-18, that fails. That's a 19, so it fails. Plus, he only had a 2 anyway. It probably wouldn't have happened. 1-4, power result to right field. That's a 3. It's going to be a base hit. Single to right field. And on the base running chart, when Boston's in the field, a single to right to go from first to third, you add 2. So the run rating on Siebert was a 2, becomes a 4. 1-4, he makes third base. He does not. He has to hold at second base. So runners at first and second with 2 outs. Marlon, she's sitting on the floor over there, just kind of giving herself a bath. She may make an appearance or make noise or something later, but I'm not going to encourage it. All right. Lonborg to Hinton now. 1-3 is a strikeout chance. 17 is too high. We go to Hinton. 5-1. Single to left field. Can it score the run? Again, we got to check our chart, but unfortunately for them, it's a minus. I'm sorry, it's a 0. Second to home, left field is a 0 because of Yastrzemski's -1 arm. So Siebert's a 2. With 2 outs, it becomes a 3. So a 1-3, he'll score. And he does. And since it's a 1, there's a chance for other runners to move up. So Siebert will score on the RBI single from Chuck Hinton. And Davalillo, who's a 3, see if he can move up. He can. So Davalillo will take third base. Davalillo will take third base on the play. And it's 2-0 Cleveland on the RBI single by Chuck Hinton. Hinton has an attempt of 2. Can't get anywhere. Max Alvis, your batter. Tigers watching from Motown. And all huddled in their apartments and looking to see if they can celebrate or whether they have to play another game or not. Lonborg to Alvis. Nothing going on. Lonborg, 5-5, strikeout 10, too high. Go to Alvis. 5-3, it's a fly to left, and that's going to end the inning. But another run is in, and Cleveland leads it 2-0. As we go to the bottom of the second. No, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. So we go to the bottom of the second, 2-0. And Red Sox faithful in Fenway Park are getting a little restless. Siebert back out will face the boomer, George Scott. He will lead things off. Siebert, 6-2, strikeout 4, got him. Scott is out of there. 1 away for Rico Petrocelli. 4-4, and that is a possible error on a throw. 1-2 is a fly to, 1-2 is a ground ball to the pitcher. So it's a possible error on Siebert. That's a 5. That will be a throwing error on Siebert. So Rico Petrocelli will reach on the E1. Now the question is, does he get an extra base perhaps? Horton, the receiver, is a 3, checking his range. And he blocks the throw, so Rico only gets the 1 base. So he's aboard on the Siebert error. His attempt to steal or to get the lead is a 2. Can't do it. Here comes Elston Howard, still in his Yankee garb. 4-3 is a range play at the park. Going to Fenway Park for a range play. 1-5, single plus to center field. The range of the center fielder is Davalillo. He's a 3. He needs a 3 or less to take this hit away. And he does, so he saves himself possibly extra bases by robbing Elston Howard of a base hit. So with 2 outs now, it'll bring up the pitcher Lonborg. 141 hitter. Siebert 4-1 hit by the pitch. That's too much. Go to Lonborg. 1-6. It's a single to right field for Jim Lonborg. And Scheinblum can't throw at all. He's a +2 arm, which means a single to right, you add 4 to get to third base. Petrocelli's already a 3. With 2 outs, it becomes a 4. That makes it an 8. So obviously he makes third without a throw. So runners are at the corners with 2 outs. And it's up to Jose Tartabull to cash in for the Red Sox. They already left 2 on base in the first inning. They don't want to do it again here in this inning. So Siebert facing Tartabull. 3-6, strikeout 1, got him. So the Sox do lead the 2 on. So it's no runs, a hit, 1 error, and 2 left. At the end of 2, it's 2-0. Favor of Cleveland. Missed opportunities for the Red Sox could be their downfall. And it could give the pennant to the Tigers tonight. But we'll have to play it out for 7 more innings just to be sure. All right, Tony Horton, the batter. He will lead things off. 3-4, and that is a strikeout chance, 11, too high. Go to Horton. 4-1, single to center field. So Tony Horton, leadoff single. His attempt is a 1. Can't go anywhere. That brings up Scheinblum. 4-5. That's a potential walk. That's an 11, but it's too high, so we go to Scheinblum. 5-5. Star 2 is a ground ball to third, possible double play, but he's a 0. And he's a 0. Halfway is a 1. The pivot is 0. So it has to be a 1 to be a double play. It's a 3, so there's not going to be a double play, but they will get the force on Horton. Goes 5-4. If you're scoring at home, and you know you should be. All right, so it's 1 out and 1 on now. New runner is Scheinblum. His attempt is a 2, but he had no stolen bases, so not going to try anything there. But Lonborg could pick somebody off, but he does not. Here's Joe Askew. 3-3, range play at the park. Fenway Park on a range play for Askew. Get a 6-4. It's a ground ball to third. That's checking Dalton Jones again. He's only a 2. So third base was always a problem for the Red Sox, and it might be again. But Dalton Jones makes the play. Oh, no, he doesn't. I take it back. They were halfway for the double play, so he drops to a 1. So that does get through for a base hit. Unfortunately for the Red Sox, is it a single or a double? It's going to get through for a double. So it's by playing halfway, that cost him. It's a double down the line. Scheinblum runs at a 3. A double to left field. Double to left field is a -2 to score from first base. So that drops him to a 1. And he cannot score. So he has to hold at third base. So Scheinblum holds at third. Second and third with 1 out. Infield's going to have to come in. They have no choice. And Pedro Gonzalez is your batter with the infield in. Lonborg to Gonzalez. 3-5. That's a walk chance, and he walks him to load the bases. Boston bullpen starting to stir as they just can't wait around too much longer. They have Gary Bell, a right-hander, loosening in the bullpen. He did relieve in this game in real world. So he is coming on and warming up, but not coming in the game yet, but is definitely warming up. And now we've got Lund, and I got to show his card when the time comes. It's bases loaded, 1 out, 20, so there's a chance of a balk or a pickoff. And that's a 3, so everybody got back. So Lonborg with the infield in with the pitch, 3-4. That is a strikeout chance. That's a 9. We already saw that Lund's strikeout chance from his first at bat was a 14, so he will strike out. So Lund is out on strikes, and it's going to leave it up to Sonny Siebert. So Siebert The batter with 2 outs and the bases loaded. No runs in yet, but they are threatening. Lonborg, 6-2, strikeout chance, got him. So Lonborg pitches out of it. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and they left him loaded. So we go to the bottom of the third. It is still 2-0. And the teams have combined to leave 11 runners on in 2 1/3 innings, or 2.5 innings. They left 11 runners combined in 2.5 innings. So somebody's going to pay the price for that, you know. All right, so Jerry Adair will lead things off against Sonny Siebert. 5-6 is a strikeout. 9. Adair too high. We go to Adair. 4-4. That's a fly to center. 1 away as that's put away by Davalillo. Here's Yaz. He doubled his first time up, but was stuck at third base. 2-4. That's a possible error. Go to Yastrzemski. That's a 1-5. It's a single pass short. There is no error there. It's a S6. So no error to worry about. Just a single for Yastrzemski. And let's see what he can do. He's got an attempt of 3. And nothing happening. Here's Reggie Smith. 6-4. That's a straight up home run chance on a 6-4. That's a 7. He's an 8. It's a 2-run home run for Reggie Smith to tie the ball game. Or as that other channel would have said, kaboom! But it's a 2-run homer. I'll leave the kaboom to him. That's his thing, not mine. 2-run home run, Reggie Smith. We got a tie ball game. Look at it again. 6-4, straight up home run on Siebert's card. Not a question mark, straight up home run. Against right-handers, he's an 8. That's a 7. So 2-run homer for Reggie Smith has tied this game. And here is Dalton Jones. 6-6, blank to a left-handed hitter. Would have been a star line to a righty. Jones, 2-2, single pass first. So here come the Red Sox. Just when we thought they were dead in the water, they're coming back. Strategy roll. Nothing happening. Here's the boomer, George Scott. Siebert, 3-5, and that is a pitcher result. 1-13 is an automatic out. That's a 7. It will be an automatic out. And it will be a ground ball to second. So ground ball to second, possible double play. He's a 2. Halfway's a 3. The pivot at short, Lund is a 0. So 1-3, and there's a double play. 6 means runner advances. So the only play for the second baseman, Gonzalez, was to throw to first. 4-3 for the second out of the inning. Dalton Jones will take second base. So he's in scoring position with 2 outs for Rico. Rico reached on an error his first time up by the pitcher Siebert. 5-5 is an automatic out against the right-hander. And the automatic out will be a ground ball to short. So that's going to end the inning. But the Red Sox tie the game. 2 runs. They do it actually on 3 hits. No errors and 1 left. So at the end of 3, we are tied at 2 apiece from Fenway. So don't count the Red Sox out just yet. Lonborg going to come back out, see if he can regroup after struggling so much. And Vic Davalillo will do the honors in the leadoff position. 2-1, strikeout 4. He's a 5. Stadium doesn't change anything, so the strikeout is good. Vic Davalillo out on strikes. Chuck Hinton. Lonborg, 6-6, strikeout plus. Got him. He's an 11. The plus is a 21, so the 20 fits. It's another strikeout. So all of a sudden, Lonborg's got energized since getting the run support. Here he is pitching to Alvis. That's a home run question mark, 1-5. It passes on a 5. So Max Alvis on a 1-12 will go deep, and Cleveland would take the lead. They do. Max Alvis cracks a 2-out bases empty homer, And just like that, the Indians are back in the lead 3-2. Just when you thought it was safe for Lonborg to keep pitching to the Indians, that happens. So Lonborg to Horton, 2-5, walk chance, 13 too much. We go to Horton. 6-5, single pass third. So the inning continues on the S5. Nothing on the havoc roll or strategy roll. And here comes Scheinblum, 2 outs and runner at first with 1 run in. 2-5, walk chance, 11, too high. Go to Scheinblum. 6-4, and that's a star 4 ground ball to George Scott to end the inning. But a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-2 Cleveland. Seesaw affair here at Fenway. And Elston Howard will lead things off. Siebert, 4-1, hit by pitch. He's a 6 plus 2 is an 8. That is an 8. So Elston Howard gets plunked. He is going to get plunked, and Lonborg is looking to bunt. Bunt is in order. First we check for pickoffs. Nothing happening. Then Siebert's going to check for a strikeout. 5-6 is a strikeout chance. Now, what you do when you bunt is you take the strikeout on the pitcher, cut it in half, and round down if you have to. But that's a 15. And that's a 9. So he's going to strike out trying to bunt. KB, strikeout trying to bunt. So 1 away. Runner still at first for Jose Tartable. Siebert, 2-2. Lefty Tartable, it's a blank. Go to Tartable. 3-3, star 5. That's a ground ball to short. Possible double play. He's a 2. Nothing there. Halfway is a 3. The pivot at second. Gonzalez is a +1, so that would be a 4. A 1-4, and we have an inning-ending double play. And we do. So it's going to go 6-4-3. Tailor-made double play to end the inning. So after the leadoff hit by pitch, they get nothing. So we go to the 5th. Still 3-2. Favor of the Tribe. Lonborg will be facing Askew, Gonzalez, and Lund. And I will probably, once we get to the 7th inning, I will definitely take Lund out and put a better shortstop in. 4-5, and that is a walk chance, 13 too high. We go to Askew. 2-5, ground ball to third. This time Dalton Jones actually gets to it for the out. 1 away. And here's Pedro Gonzalez. 2-2, home run question mark. Righty 1-5, it fails. So we go to Gonzalez. 4-2, fly to left. 2 down for Gordy Lund. So we'll bring out his card unless he gets a strikeout again. 6-2, it is a strikeout chance. That's an 8. He's going to strike out because we saw he was a 14 as a strikeout victim. So Lund goes 1, 2, 3 to end the inning. But it was a bad break for Lund. He hit strikeouts on every one of his attempts on Lonborg's card, and the D20 was low enough that he had really no chance. So we go to the bottom of the 5th, still 3-2, and Jerry Adair steps to the plate. 5-5, and that's an automatic out. Star line sitting right there, and it will be a fly to left. 1 down, as that is hauled in by the left fielder, Chuck Hinton. And here's Yaz. 4-5, that's a wild pitch, ball 1. 5-1, and that's a blank. Would have been a star line to a righty. Yaz gets the swing, 3-4, but he's going to ground it to short. Out number 2 for Reggie Smith, who homered his last time up. He singled and homered, 2 for 2. He's doing what he can to help the cause. 4-2 is a strikeout, but he's not going to help it this time. He's going to strike out, and that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning. That's the first 1, 2, 3 inning for both pitchers, and it happened this inning. Fifth inning, they are silent like they pled the fifth, because nothing happened. We go to the sixth. Sonny Siebert will lead off for the Indians. He can face 27 batters. He's only faced right now 22, so he's still in good shape. They'll still let him continue. Hello, RJL. All right, so Lonborg to Siebert. 4-6 is a walk chance, but 17 not going to happen. He's a 0 walk rating. Siebert, 5-6, is going to ground it to Dalton Jones. And there's one away. Here's Davalillo. He has tripled and singled, 2 for 3. Lonborg, 5-5, strikeout 10, too high. Go to Davalillo. 6-5, grounds it to short. Petrocelli takes care of it. 2 up and 2 down for Hinton. And that is all of a sudden now 6 in a row retired by Lonborg, although he struggled the whole game. 5-4 is the ballpark card going to Fenway Park for Chuck Hinton. That's a 3-5, and that's going to be a single to center field for Chuck Hinton. 2-out single for Hinton. His attempt is a 2 to get the lead. And it's a 1, so he could steal if he wants to. It's only a 9. 0 for the pitcher, 1 for Elston Howard. It'd be a 50-50 proposition. They're going to go ahead and see if he can get in scoring position. 1 to 10, he steals it. And he does. And it's possible throwing error with that 2 there. So stolen base for Hinton. And the possible T rating, or not T rating, but error rating on a throw for Elston Howard would be a 12. So 1 to 12, he throws this thing away. And he does. It goes, chucks it into center field, and it'll be an E2, and that'll move Hinton to third base. So all of a sudden, 2 outs and base is empty, and all of a sudden now they got a runner on third. That's aggressive managing that you may not see on the other channel. Getting a little aggressive here, and it pays off. Here's Alvis. 1, but nobody's going anywhere. Here's Lonborg to Alvis. 6-4, that's a pitcher result. 1 to 9 is a single. That's a 4. It'll be a single, and the Indians take a 4-2 lead. That run may very well be unearned. Actually, it might be earned. Looks like it is earned, because in S1, if he was at second base, he would have scored anyway. So that run is earned. The error had no impact. That run is earned. So it's 4-2. Alvis with an attempt of 2. Nothing happening there. And that brings up Tony Horton. Red Sox bullpen once again engaged. And Bucky Brandon, the righty, is loosening. It's a 1-2 for a strikeout. 11, too high. We go to Horton. 4-1, single to center field. Go from first to third on a single to center with Boston. It is a +2. I'm sorry, it's a -1. -1. So Alvis is a 3, -1's a 2, but with 2 outs, he's back to a 3 again. So 1 to 3, he'll make it. And he does. And it's a 1, so that means Horton has a chance to move up. Horton's run rating is a 3. No, he's got to hold, so cannot move up. So that'll bring up Shine Bloom with runners at the corners and 2 outs, 1 run already in. And Lonborg on the ropes. And so is the Red Sox playoff hopes. 4-2, strikeout, 3, got him. So they stave off further damage, but 1 run might be enough of a damage. They get a run on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is now 4-2 Cleveland. And Lonborg, that might be all for him. If they get to the pitcher spot, I'm sure they're going to pinch hit for him. We'll see how they play it. Bucky Brandon is loosening in the bullpen and would be ready in the top of the 7th. So here's Sonny Siebert to Dalton Jones. 1-2, and that's a strikeout to a lefty, and he got him. 1 away, and that's going to send up the boomer. George Scott, he's 0 for 2. 1-3, and that's a strikeout chance. 8 got him. Sonny Siebert is upstaging Jim Lonborg in this game. And here's Rico. 5-2. That's a home run question mark. 1-3. It fails. We go to Rico. 2-3, and it's a star 4, which is a ground ball to third. Another 1-2-3 inning for Sonny Siebert. At the end of 6, it is 4-2, favor of Cleveland. They're going to let Lonborg try a little bit longer, I think. Let's see. Or he might be tired. You know what? He's tired. So they're going to have to pull him. That's going to be it for Lonborg. They don't want to deal with fatigue. So they will pull him. And they will bring in, they're not going to do a double switch because they just want somebody to pitch 1 inning. And that 1 inning is going to belong to Bucky Brandon. So Bucky Brandon will be the new pitcher for Boston. Lonborg went 6 innings. He gave up 1, 4, 6, 8, 11 hits. Gave up 4 runs, all earned. He walked 1, 2, 3. Walked 3. And he struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But he's on the hook for the loss. So Bucky Brandon will be coming on for the Red Sox. His one job is just to get through this inning. That's his one goal, is to get through this inning. He's going to face the bottom of the order, Askew, Gonzalez, and Lund. So Lonborg dejected as he goes into the clubhouse. And Joe Askew, the batter. 5-2, and that's an automatic out. So Askew, the automatic out will be a ground ball to second. 1 down for Gonzalez. 4-2, and that's blank. He's not tired. Go to Pedro. 2-2, star 4. It's a ground ball to first. And the Boomer will take it to the bag himself. And now here comes Gordy Lund, who I don't have a card for, so we're going to show up on the computer unless he strikes out. Brandon, 4-6 is a blank, so now we will show Gordy Lund. So I'll roll the dice and we'll see what the dice roll is. The dice roll is a 4-3. So we'll go look at Gordy Lund's card on the computer. And a 4-3. Gordy Lund, a 4-3 is a ground ball to third base. So ground ball to third, and that's going to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Tribe in the top of the 7th. So Bucky Brandon pitches 1 perfect inning, gives up nothing. And the Red Sox make it to the 7th inning stretch, but they're down by 2. So I'm going to stretch with everybody else. If you care to stretch, I'll fix the focus a little bit. Check on Tabby. She seems to be just grooming herself and being happy over there, so I'm not going to get in her way or get in her space. I'm going to let her do what she wants to do, except get on the table. I won't let her do that. But other than that. And then Boston will need a new pitcher in the top of the 8th, and it looks like they're going to go to Dan Osinski. He will be coming in the top of the 8th for Boston. So he's warming in the bullpen. And just as a refresher, it's 7th inning stretch for anybody who came in late. This is what the status is. Magic number is 1. We're at the 9:27 game. Boston has to win to keep it going. If they do, then we'll go to the September 30th game. California and Detroit. First of a doubleheader. We'll play that and see what happens. But Boston's got to come back and win first. Siebert, he will hit leadoff next inning, so I'd like to get him through this inning if they possibly can. He can face 27 batters. He has faced 25, so they've got to be careful about that. Red Sox are going to go to the bench early and often. Elston Howard will be called back, and he will be pinch hit for. And let's see who they're going to use to pinch hit. They just don't have a whole lot on the bench, to be quite honest. Mike Andrews is going to hit for him, and then Mike Ryan will come in to catch. So Andrews will pinch hit. Ryan will stay in the game to catch after the fact. He's a much better defender. but Andrews will do the pinch hitting. And Hawk Harrelson has picked up a bat, and he will hit for Brandon. So those are the two pinch hitters that the Red Sox will be using. Andrews and Hawk Harrelson. Two best average hitters they have on the bench. So they got to go with the best they have. So Harrelson and Andrews, and then Gibson will come in and catch. I'm sorry, not Gibson, Ryan. My bad. Ryan will come in to catch. All right, so Andrews against Siebert. Siebert can face two more batters before he fatigues. 6-3, and that's the ballpark card. Going to Fenway Park for Mike Andrews. 2-1, home run to the pull side, but that's a 10. So he will just fly to left field. One away. And that'll bring up the next pinch hitter, Hawk Harrelson, in his Oakland A's garb. Had he been pinch hitting, he would have hit a home run, but had he been pinch hitting, you never know how the dice would have played out. So can't know for sure. But they're down by 2, so I wanted to have a power guy after the guy to get on base, but the guy supposed to get on base didn't do it. So here's Siebert, 6-3, and that's the ballpark card again. Maybe he finds a home run at Fenway. 5-2, he does not. He grounds it to first. So 2 down, and there goes the Hawk. He'll grab some bench. 2 down for Jose Tartabull. And now Siebert is tired, but they're going to try to get him through the inning. 4-5, and that is a wild pitch, which is ball 1. Try again. 6-1, strikeout 11, too high. Go to Tartabull. 6-2, fly to right field. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Siebert, and that's going to be it for Siebert. He's going to go 7 solid innings, giving up just 2 runs, which were earned. The 2-run homer from Reggie Smith is really what did him in, as far as giving him runs. Hits, he did very well. He has not given up a hit since the 3rd inning. He gave up 6 hits in the first 3 innings and nothing since. Let's see, walks and strikeouts. He did not walk a batter. That also helped his cause. Didn't strike out many either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 strikeouts. And he's in line for the win. As we go to the 8th inning, Siebert will be removed for a pinch hitter. And Dan Osinski is your new pitcher for the Red Sox. He'll be on to face whatever pinch hitter Cleveland decides to put out there. And they're looking at a left-hander off the bench. And they're going with Lee May. Lee May will do the pinch hitting. And we'll see who the new pitcher is going to be. First, Lee May will do the pinch hitting. And the pitcher, with Adair Yastrzemski, they're going to go to a lefty out of the bullpen. And that left-hander will be Bob Allen. So Bob Allen will be your new pitcher for Cleveland in the bottom of the 8th. He will be in the bullpen warming up. Bob Allen. So Lee May gets the call to lead off the top of the 8th as a pinch hitter for Siebert against Osinski. 1-6, strikeout 9, too high. We go to Lee May. 2-3, fly to right. One away as it's hauled in by Joe Foy. I'm sorry, by Jose Tartabull. And there's one away. Back to the top of the order, and Davalillo. He certainly had an impact in this game early with a leadoff triple to start the game. Got the Indians the first run. 1-4, blank. He's not tired. We go to Davalillo. Whoops, the red die did not go through. Let's redo it again. Do a dice. Let's see, 2-2. And that's a double to center field off of the right-hander Osinski. So Davalillo, a home run away from the cycle, but he's not much of a home run hitter, and he probably won't get another bat anyway. So strategy rolls are still on, but Davalillo's not going to steal third, so we're not going to worry about it. Here's Hinton. 1-3 is a blank. We go to Hinton. 4-5. That's a fly to right field for out number 2. Davila runs at a 3 to get from second to third. You lose 1, which makes him a 2, and the right fielder arm is a 0. So 1 to 2, he could take third base. And he will not. He will hold. So 2 down, and it flips it over to Max Alvis. Three 6 is a blank to a righty. Go to Alvis. 1-6 single pass short. Alvis is now 3 for 4. 3 for 5 actually. Single pass short to score from second. You need a 3 or better. Davilia's a 3, plus with 2 outs it becomes a 4. So that's another run. It's now 5-2 in favor of the Cleveland Indians, and the Tigers are pulling out that champagne and getting ready to pop it as they can taste it. Here is Tony Horton. 5-5 on Osinski is a blank. We go to Horton. 6-6 star 5. It is a ground ball to short to end the inning. A run for the Cleveland Indians on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. And Bob Allen is your new pitcher for Cleveland. And he will be facing Adair, Yastrzemski, and Reggie Smith. Indians will be looking to make a defensive replacement, I do believe, in right field. Don Demeter will take over for Rich Scheinblum and his +2 arm with his 10 error rating. They're going to put in Demeter. He's a 3 with a 0-0. So Demeter will take over for Scheinblum in right field. Don Demeter. And he will actually lead off in the top of the 9th. But they want his defense. So Demeter in there for defensive purposes. So it will be Adair, and that's going to be it for Osinski. He is going to go 1 inning, give up 2 hits and a run. No walks, no strikeouts. And Bob Allen is on. And John Wyatt, their closer, since it doesn't matter anyway, might as well go down with the best you have. So John Wyatt will pitch the 9th for the Red Sox. No sense saving him anymore. We're down to the end. So it is going to be Jerry Adair. 271 hitter, so you're not going to pinch hit for him. Hello, Doug. How you doing? Here is Allen to Adair. 2-3 is a hit by pitch. 5 minus 3 is a 2. That doesn't fit. Here's Adair. 5-3 is a star 4. It is a ground ball to third. 1 away. Here's Carl Yastrzemski. 2-1 strikeout chance. 19 is too much. Now Tabby is stirring down there near the boxes, so she may want to try to interfere here. I don't know. Maybe celebrate for the Tigers. Who knows? 4-3, and that's a ground ball to second base for out number 2. Brings up Reggie Smith. 6-6 range play at the park, so we bring in Fenway Park for a range check. 6-6 is a star 1 ground ball to second. We're checking the range of the second baseman Gonzalez. He is a 3. 1-3 he gets to this. And he does not. It's a base hit for Reggie Smith. That brings up Dalton Jones. He had a 3-run homer in the last game, so he hits a home run here. We got a brand new ball game just about. So you have to be cognizant of that. Strategy rolls are off. But do you let Jones hit? Normally I pinch hit for Jones, lefty on lefty, but if you notice, Dalton Jones is a cookie cutter card, so lefties don't bother him 1 iota. So we're going to let him, he's going to stand there just like he's a right-handed power hitter because lefties don't mean crap to him. 1-3, possible error. 3-5, and that is a single to center field, 13, no error. It will be a single. So first to third on a single to center field is a -1. Smith's a 4, drops into a 3, but with 2 outs he is a 4 again. And he's going to take third base. So now runners are at the corners with 2 outs. The tying run is at the plate, and George Scott, he's a righty, and so Cleveland has seen enough of Bob Allen, and they are going to make the move to the bullpen. They are going to go. They're not going to waste any time. They are going straight to the guy that had the most saves on the team, at least of the carded players that I have that are active, and that would be Orlando Pena. He had 8 saves. So Orlando Pena is going to come in and try to get a 4-out save, which, of course, in 1967 was nothing. Nothing to do that. Allen goes 2/3 of an inning, gives up 2 hits, no walks or strikeouts. He is responsible for both base runners, so he could end up giving up 2 runs here. It's 5-2, but the tying run is at the plate in the boomer, George Scott, against Orlando Pena. Pena, 5-1, blank to a lefty. We go to Scott. 1-5, fly to left. That's going to end the inning. So Pena did his job, bailed out Allen, and the Red Sox get nothing and don't like it. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the 9th, 5-2, favor of the Indians. And John Wyatt will be the new pitcher for the Red Sox. And coming on to bat for the Indians will be Demeter, who came in as a defensive replacement for Scheinblum. He'll be followed by Askew and Gonzalez. So top of the 9th. Cleveland won the game real world 6-0. So not a surprise that they're actually winning this game. Yeah, Tabby is now sitting on the box that the mailbox that my Stratomatic cards came in. So she seems to like to sit there. So she's not only excited about the Tigers winning, but she's excited about getting closer and closer to Stratomatic. So, all right, here is Wyatt to Demeter. 1-4, strikeout, 10, got him. Stadium doesn't change it. He is a 10. There's one away, and Joe Askew, batter. 6-5, strikeout again, 12 too much. 5-5. 5-5, where'd he go? 5-5. 5-5 is a fly ball to left field. Out number 2. And here is Pedro Gonzalez. 3-2, and that is a walk chance. 11 is too high. We go to Gonzalez. 1-2, and it's a ground ball to short. 1-2-3 inning for John Wyatt. Sets it all up for the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Red Sox. And they will be sending up Rico Petrocelli, a pinch hitter for Mike Ryan, and a pinch hitter for the pitcher Wyatt. Whoever they have left on the bench that's any good at all, we don't know. We know Joe Foy is going to pinch hit for somebody. And it looks like George Thomas is going to pinch hit as well. Those are the 2 best average hitters they have. And then Gibson would come in and catch for Ryan, so if it gets that far. So they're going to start out with George Thomas to lead off. Thomas pinch hitting for Ryan. And then Joe Foy would pinch hit for Wyatt. So it's going to be Thomas first and then Foy second after Petrocelli, of course. It's Petrocelli, Thomas, and Foy. Those are the scheduled hitters. And if anybody reaches after that, it'd be Tartable. Bottom of the 9th, 5-2. Will there be any so-called 9th inning magic? We shall see. Tigers are looking in very closely. Got that champagne ready to go. And they may have a little gift card to Cleveland as well. We shall see. Pena facing Petrocelli. 5-1 blank. But as RJL says, the game is never over an inside pitch. 4-6, it's a fly to center. Petrocelli is out of there. Now pinch hitter number 1 is George Thomas. Pena 2-4. That is a blank to a lefty. I mean to a righty rather. So it's Thomas will swing it. 1-4. He's going to single to left field. So don't give up hope yet, Red Sox fans. He singles. And that brings up the other pinch hitter, Joe Foy. 251 hitter. Pena 1-6, strikeout 1, got him. Foy out on strikes. Takes it down to Jose Tartabull. Last chance for the Red Sox. Last chance saloon. Right here, last chance saloon. Tartabull to Pena. 2-5, strikeout 3, and what a way to end it. They strike out Jose Tartabull to end it, and the Indians had defeated the Red Sox, which means one thing and one thing only, and that is that in Detroit, the Tigers are celebrating. And the Tigers will be playing the St. Louis Cardinals in the World Series. First game for that will most likely be Saturday night. Could be Sunday night, might be Saturday night. I'm not sure which date I want to do it on. It depends on how I feel after the game of the week, and I don't want to get involved with, interfering with football either because we're at football time. So, which of course reminds me that the game of the weeks going forward are changed to 11 a.m. instead of 1 p.m. because I don't want to fight with college football. So this Saturday it'll be 11 a.m. Houston at the Dodgers. Cleveland wins at 5-2. So with the loss, Boston drops to 12-12 on the replay and 89-71. So the best they can, and they dropped 4 games back, but they only have 2 games left. The best they can do is 91-71. They cannot catch Detroit. The magic number has been achieved. So we have the World Series in play. And what I'm going to do is just have to use I'm going to use the exact lineups for the Cardinals that they had in real world. But the Tigers, I'll just have to kind of look at what they did in '68 and maybe follow that model. I don't know. There's some people out there that like college football. I'm one of them. I want to watch college football myself. So, very interested to see that, particularly since we haven't had football in quite a while. I'm much more of a college football fan than I am NFL. If it was NFL, I could almost care less. The only thing that kept me interested in NFL for any period of time was fantasy football, and I don't do that anymore. So that takes away the interest I have there. So I'm not going to worry about the totals. It doesn't matter. Siebert the winner, Lonborg the loser, and Pena the save. But the important part is, and RJL, Florida State lost, which was a wonderful thing anyway last week. So anytime Florida State Seminoles lose, it's a good thing. It's a happy day when the Seminoles go down. At least in my world it is. So, let me get everything where I had it. Now what do I do with all my... I'll make sure I don't lose anything. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to pull out Cleveland anymore, or Boston for that matter. So I will have to fix up the... I can't print out the score sheets because there are no actual lineup score sheets, so I'm going to have to just put the lineup together the best way I know how and write it out manually. They do, fortunately, Baseball Sim Research does offer blank score sheets, so I can get a blank score sheet and just pre-fill it in myself. So, all right. So Boston gave it a good run, but they just dug their hole too big. There's no way they can get away from that. The fact that it went this far kind of surprised me, if you want to know the truth about it. So, before I sign off, I will show you. There is Tabby right there. She's sitting on the box that came where the Stratomatic sets came in, and that's where she likes to sit sometimes. She's right next to Inside Pitch and Stratomatic, so she's right in that same neighborhood. She's quiet, and I'm happy to let her sit there and not make a whole bunch of noise. So she's doing her thing. But anyway, that's it from here. Tigers will be taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. And I believe the pitching matchup is going to be Denny McLain for the Tigers against Bob Gibson. That game will be in Tiger Stadium. So it'll be Denny McLain against Bob Gibson in Game 1. And in Game 2, it'll be Earl Wilson against Steve Carlton. Then after that, I'll have to figure it out. So Tabby having a subdued celebration. Kind of just, she's not really celebrating because she's actually kind of mad that it took so long. She's kind of frustrated that it took so long. So she is in more of an it's about time mood than a celebratory mood. But maybe she'll celebrate later. We shall see. Maybe we'll have a drink later or something to celebrate. I don't know. But we'll be going to the World Series. Tigers and the Cardinals from Tiger Stadium. Games 1 and 2 will be in Tiger Stadium. I'm going to use the exact lineups for the Cardinals and do the best I can for the Tigers to fill it in based on what they did in 68 and the kind of lineup they used in 67, which probably isn't that far off. Although probably use Norm Cash more than I will Eddie Matthews, because Eddie Matthews didn't really do much for the Tigers in this replay. So I'm thinking about using Norm Cash instead. So that might change things around a little bit. I don't know. But we'll come up with something. We'll figure something out. Tigers have to figure out how to get out of their hitting funk because they're going to be facing Bob Gibson. You better do something to get ready, or else it'll be a 4-0 sweep. So let's go do it from here. Until next time. Next video, which will be for me Saturday morning, 11 a.m. NBC game of the week. It'll be the Astros and Jerry Royce against Andy Messersmith and the Dodgers. That's 11 a.m. That's the new start time on the NBC game of the week. And then either Saturday night or Sunday night, I haven't figured out which one yet, it'll be Game 1 of the World Series, an inside pitch, Cardinals versus the Tigers. So thank all of you for spending part of your Thursday evening with us. I do have to work tomorrow. I am off on Monday, but for those that get an extra week or took Friday off and make it a 4-day weekend, enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Want to see you all back here this weekend safely and enjoying the hobby and whatever hobbies you do besides cards and dice or computer. Again, make sure you follow RJL's 1969. He's in his pennant race too, in both leagues, trying to whittle that down and make those playoffs. So be sure to check out his channel for those games as well. So until next time, Tabby says farewell. In fact, I'll let Tabby sign you off over here. So until next time, Tabby says enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, how you choose to play it, and she will see you down the road.